Most people think Austin's tech boom is about startups or Tesla. They think software, they think apps, they think venture capital and founders. But quietly, something very different has been forming here, and it's happening right in front of us. Austin is becoming one of the most interesting robotics ecosystems in the entire country. And the reason is not just one company, it is the combination of several things happening at the same time. Tesla is training humanoid robots, Samsung is expanding advanced semiconductor manufacturing, Apple continues building hardware engineering teams, and when you combine robotics, hardware manufacturing, AI talent, and software engineering in the same place, something unusual starts to happen. You get a robotics ecosystem. Now, most people hear robotics and they picture futuristic robots walking around cities. That is not actually where robotics starts. Robotics usually begins in very controlled environments. Factories, warehouses, logistics operations, places where tasks are repetitive, predictable, and structured. That is exactly why Tesla's Optimus project is so interesting. The first real market for humanoid robots is not your house. It's in the factory. Factories allow companies to train robots on repeatable tasks in environments that can be tightly controlled. That means robotics development often grows out of manufacturing hubs. And that is where Austin becomes a lot more interesting, because Tesla did not just build an office here. They built one of the largest manufacturing facilities in the world. Giga, Texas is not just a factory. It is a massive platform for experimentation, automation, manufacturing logistics, AI systems. And once you build infrastructure on that scale, it attracts an entirely different kind of talent. Robotics engineers, automation specialists, machine vision engineers, AI training teams, systems integration experts, and those people rarely stay isolated. They start companies, they move between companies, they collaborate on new ideas, and that's how ecosystems form. Now, Tesla is not the only piece of this story. Samsung is investing tens of billions of dollars in semiconductor manufacturing in the Austin region. Semiconductors are the backbone of robotics and AI hardware. Advanced chips power everything from autonomous systems to robotic vision and machine learning workloads. So when semiconductor manufacturing grows in the same region as robotics development, the ecosystem becomes even stronger. Then you have Apple. Apple's presence in Austin continues expanding, especially in hardware and silicon engineering. Apple engineers working on chips, sensors, and hardware systems add another layer of technical depth to the city. So suddenly, Austin has something rare: software talent, hardware engineers, semiconductor manufacturing, robotics experimentation, large-scale production facilities, all within the same ecosystem. That combination is actually very uncommon in the United States. Now, there's another dynamic that makes this even more interesting. When robotics engineers move somewhere, they tend to attract other robotics engineers. These are small, highly specialized communities. People know each other. They collaborate across companies. They often move between startups and large firms. And when enough of them cluster in one place, innovation accelerates quickly. You start to see robotics meetups. You see founders building robotics startups. You see investors paying attention. And slowly, a reputation begins forming. And this is happening in Austin right now. You can hear it in conversations around the city. AI, automation, hardware, robotics engineering. And that makes Austin unique in that these conversations are happening alongside a city that is still growing very quickly. New residents, new companies, new infrastructure. And that growth creates opportunity for entirely new industries to take root. Now, none of this means that Austin suddenly becomes the global robotics capital overnight. Robotics development is extremely difficult, and progress is slow and unpredictable. But what matters is where the talent clusters. And right now, Austin is attracting a very interesting mix of people working on robotics, automation, and AI systems. And when those groups start building in the same place, the long-term effects can be really significant. New companies, new technologies, new industries forming around the ecosystem. So if you have been wondering why Austin keeps appearing in conversations about robotics and automation, this is why. It's not just hype, it's the early formation of an ecosystem. And ecosystems are what shape cities over the long run. Now, if you are watching this because you are considering moving to Austin for a tech job, it is worth understanding how these trends shape the city. Robotics companies, automation startups, and hardware engineering teams tend to cluster in certain parts of the city, and these clusters often influence where people choose to live. That is something I talk about a lot on this channel, so if you want to understand more about Austin tech, our housing market, don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every single week, bringing down what's actually happening in Austin and what it means for people like you moving here. I'm Amber Haley. I can't wait to see you in Austin.